With me, Ray Cook. Ray's a main developer in Rotorua and has got a lot invested in the city through a lot of the buildings which have been built here. Ray, look, we've got this election coming up. What are some of the key things that, an incoming council needs to focus on to keep development going in the city?
Oh, I think the infrastructure is one of the big things that's been lacking. Not only infrastructure of main roadage in and out of the city, but the arterial roads around the city are really in need of some TLC. Our infrastructure with our power reticulation around the CBD in particular is very difficult at present. It's expensive for developers. Have got to be putting in new transformers every time you build a building at quite a significant cost. So I think the council would be good if there was a spotlight was really put on the infrastructure of the, especially of the CBD and the arterial routes in and out of the city.
And in terms of getting buildings up and the consent type process and the planning, how's that going?
Look, it's not too bad. We had a real good experience with the countdown just recently. That was one of our last. Well, we've done the countdown ACC and Department of Corrections, and we had a great rapport with council, and things went through smoothly.
The campaign's in full swing, and we're hearing a lot from the politicians about their policies and what they're standing for. Do you think we're hearing enough about infrastructure and development?
No, I don't think. And I think it's the same old things that have been said from the past, and we haven't had a lot of change. They've all promised these things previously. This current council has achieved a lot. There's no doubt about that at all. But we should be achieving a lot now because we're in the boom times. So we need to be moving forward. I think one of the things that we're really lacking in is that there's been too many councillors sitting there for too long, and I firmly believe that there should be a rotation policy that. It should be three terms or 4 terms, and you're out, and you've got to stand down. That needs to be implemented correctly, because you don't want a whole lot of new councillors all arriving at once. So, and I think that's been the problem. I think too many people have been sitting in their seats too long, and have got a bit long in the tooth.
And I guess 3 terms or 4 terms? How many terms do you think?
Oh, I think three terms is adequate. I had a similar experience. I sat on the board of the airport. And that was one of my prime reasons for moving on there. I think you've got to let new blood come along and have changes, and otherwise you get too involved.
With the airport, that's pretty important to the growth of the city. How do you think we're going there?
Oh, I think it's going good. It was a shame that I personally think it was a shame we lost the Trans-Tasman services, but that's history now. That's gone. But I think now there's obviously changes with the domestic, and I think we've got some bigger planes coming in
to get those international flights back, I guess.
Oh, undoubtedly. And I think if we don't, we'll lose the rating as an international airport, and then to put that back again could be very expensive.
And with an incoming council, what are some of the first things that you'd like to see them tackle?
Oh, I think this infrastructure is the big thing that's really needs to be looked at.
Yeah. So the infrastructure, we're talking here about roads, we're talking about power. What else do you put into that category?
Yeah, roads, water, sewage, and obviously we need to be getting some subdivisions. We keep hearing that there's a whole lot of subdivisions on their books, but time will tell whether that's correct or not. I haven't sort of seen that happening, but we don't get involved in residential land. We're primarily commercial property developers, but there's quite a lot happening in Rotorua at present, but the horizon, there's not a lot on the horizon. I wish all the candidates the best, and may the best team win.